Story time. So, this story is about a lady that lost her vision and went blind at the end of her life. She was a black lady born in the 1950s. She lived in a country hick town in a country hick state. She was the second to the youngest of 16 kids. So, you can only imagine being black in America in a country hick town in a country hick state in the 1950s. They were pretty poor. Yeah, they were pretty poor. When Gigi was a little girl, though, she used to love to sing and dance. She loved to play basketball. She was very talented, but again, being black in America, dark skinned at that, she's a dark skinned black lady, very beautiful. But you know how the colorism was. So not only do you have to deal with the racism from the YT people, you have to deal with the colorism from your own people. So she kind of buried those talents because society back then was you get a husband and you have some kids. Most women, not just the black women, weren't allowed to work actual real jobs. They could have under the table jobs. Most black women probably went and cleaned up after the YT women that didn't know how to run a household, a kitchen, didn't know how to rear children, just was lazy and good for nothing. You go work for them. But more than that, you didn't have too many other opportunities for work. You couldn't have a credit card, you couldn't have a bank account and all those things. So you either was going to go and clean up after those women or you were going to get a husband. And since Gigi had decided to bury her talents because of the insecurity of having to grow up, living such an experience, she decided to get a husband. I don't blame her. Because, baby, I'm not finna do none of that. So I don't blame her. Raise your own kids, man. You get there. Anywho, so she meets a guy. We'll call him JC for the sake of the story. So her and JC, they hit it off, They hit it off. She's being well taken care of. JC is working. He's paying the bills. He saves up. He builds her a nice home on a road that I don't know if he bought that road or how he did it or pulled it off, but he ended up naming the road that he had built that home on after the family name. That was pretty much like what you call legacy building. I like it. It was nice. I don't know what happened. The legacy ain't there no more, but he built her a nice house on a street that was named after the family.